Hello, my name is Michelle Logan. The Latin Vulgate. About 300 years after the Bible was completed, religious scholar Jerome produced a Latin translation of the Bible, which eventually came to be the Latin Vulgate. Latin translation in various forms already existed, so why was a new one needed? Jerome wanted to correct wrong renderings of obvious errors and unwarranted additions or omissions, says the International Standard Bible Encyclopedia. Jerome corrected many of those errors, but in time, church authorities committed the great disservice of all. They declared the Latin Vulgate to be the only approved translation of the Bible and continue to do so for centuries. Instead of helping ordinary people to understand the Bible, the Vulgate made it a closed book because eventually most people knew no Latin at all. New translations multiply. In the meantime, people continued to make other translations of the Bible, such as the famous Syriac Peshitta, by about the 5th century CE, but it was not until the 14th century that renewed efforts were made to give many ordinary people the scriptures in the vernacular. In England, the late 14th century, John Wycliffe began the process of breaking free from the clutches of a dead language by producing the Bible in English, a language that people in his land could actually understand. Soon after that, Johannes Gutenberg printing methods opened the way for the Bible scholars to produce and distribute new versions of the Bible in many different living languages throughout Europe. When English translations multiplied, critics questioned the need to make different versions in the same language. The 18th century English cleric John Lewis wrote, "Language grows old and unintelligible, therefore it's necessary to review old translations to make them speak, the language in use and be understood by the living generation." Today, Bible scholars are in a better position than ever to review older translations. They have a much clearer understanding of ancient Bible languages, and they have valuable ancient manuscripts that have been found in recent times. These help to establish more accurately the original text of the Bible. So there is real value in the new Bible versions. Of course, there is need for caution, some of them, but the revisers have been moved by a genuine love of God in making new Bible versions. Their work can be of great benefit to us. The new translation of Holy Scripture uses God's sacred name, Jehovah, in the Hebrew Scriptures and the Christian Greek Scriptures. Most modern English Bibles do not. They use Lord instead. One reason for doing this, some translators say, is that God's personal name, represented by the Transgramation Yahweh, never appeared in the Greek Septuagint translation of Hebrew Scripture. But is that true? In the mid-20th century, some very old fragments of the segment that exist in Jesus' day were found.